Yeah, it's tidy. This.
A tidy mess.
We're not sleeping there, are we?
Fucking knackered,
No. We need to get up, else we'll just be... We won't do nothing. So we are in New York. We have only just got into a hotel, even though we... Sorry, I've cut you out. Even though we landed at 10 o'clock this morning, it's now... Let's have a look at the time is. 20 past 3. So we got to the hotel and they wouldn't let us check in, so we had to walk around, and it's quite cold today. So we went to what's the place called?
Red Lobster.
Red Lobster, and had lunch, and then I popped into Sephora to try and pick up the Amrezy highlighter, but typical, they don't get it until Friday and we leave Thursday. So I'm going to try a couple of more Sephoras, and then we popped into Walgreens and had a Starbucks. And we're going to try and stay awake now because obviously we've been up since yesterday, and so that we can sort of help the jet lag, we're going to try and stay up as long as we can today, and then go to sleep as normal tonight. Apparently there's a storm coming tomorrow. Yay! Because we haven't had enough of snowstorms, have we? And the hotel is called... What's it called again?
Millennium, the Premier.
The Premier. Premier Times Square.
But not Premier Inn.
But not Premier Inn. Premier by Millennium, apparently. It's fine. I can walk to Sephora from here, and there's Mac, and then there's Walgreens, and there's Forever 21, H&M, steps away, and it literally just sort of like up the street a few steps and you're in sort of the middle of Times Square. Really busy. I'm really enjoying it. It's just I wish it wasn't so cold, because I forgot gloves. I do everything to try and make sure that I pack everything, and I always forget something, and this time it was gloves, so we just had to buy a pair of cheap gloves off some man in the street, and they were already falling apart because they're too small. But I don't know what we're going to do for the rest of our evening, but I know that we're not going to lay on this bed and sleep, so I will check in with you in a bit. 8:43 in the evening. We've been up for, oh God, I've no idea, well over 24 hours I think, because our flight this morning was at 6 a.m. So we left Northampton at about 1:30 for Gatwick, and then obviously 26 hours we've been up. So yeah, we had an 8-hour flight, and then arrived in New York this morning at about 9:30, so it's now half past 8, and we've managed to stay up all day. We've just been to really nice Italian for a ridiculous portion of food, but it was really nice, even though we left far more than we ate. Bags under my eyes, yeah, they look great, and I cannot wait to get some sleep, but at least we're getting a proper good night's sleep. I'm going to make a drink, and then we're just going to watch some TV and then fall asleep, hopefully, and should feel okay in the morning. There's a storm coming. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, there's a storm coming, so it's really cold out there, and the critters have been out. They're expecting quite a lot of snow and bad winds, so I'm not too sure what we can do tomorrow, if we can go and do much sightseeing. It just depends on the weather, so we'll see what it's like in the morning, but I'm just looking forward to getting into bed and getting a good night's sleep. That's where Muhammad Ali was in 15 rounds, like 1970. called the Sea Grill, and we're just stopping for some lunch. We've just done a 2-hour hop-on, hop-off bus tour, but we decided to stay on because the lady was really funny and it was snowing and it was cold. And I'm just starting to warm up now. So yeah, we decided that we did all the way around downtown and then got off at Rockefeller Centre just before Times Square, and we're having a look around here. Okay, yeah, we've just got back from a comedy show at the LOL Comedy Club. It wasn't great, so if you are visiting New York and you get stopped by a man on a corner who tries to sell you tickets to a comedy club because there's going to be loads of really good acts there, just walk on by. Don't buy a ticket. It was crap. And then you get stung for drinks and it's shit. And now we've got back to the hotel room and room service stopped a couple of hours ago, which again is pretty shit because we haven't eaten this evening. But we've got an early morning, so we're just gonna eat M&Ms. Dark chocolate, which I don't really like, but I'm gonna have to wing it because that's
quite ironic considering you married me.
So these are dark chocolate peanut M&Ms. The pretzel M&Ms were good. That's why they went first. And we're left with the dark chocolate. I'm going to get a drink, which again isn't great. I should have bought some tea bags because they don't have a great selection, which I thought they would have. But this is dinner for the night. I've got to be up at about 6:30, and we've got to be out of here to 7:30 for Derek's talk, and then hopefully the weather's going to be better tomorrow, and we're going to do another bus tour and the night tour. Derek's excited because he loves his bus tour. We're going to visit some museums as well.
No, we're not visiting museums.
Oh, look what you've done!
We're not visiting museums.
Well, we're in New York, we have to visit the museum.
No, we don't.
Oh god, yeah, it could be someone turning up. Oh, it could be someone really famous.
Well, I'm guessing it is in this TV studio, isn't it?
Yeah.
Already got one, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
It's now 7:30 and we're just walking to get a cab. I'm so excited. I think I'm more excited about getting a yellow cab than anything. Doing the whole Sex and the City handout bit. I don't quite know how it works, but
Got one.
oh my god! Oh, it's not a proper yellow cab.
It is a yellow cab.
Yeah, but it's like a bigger one.
But it's a cab and it's yellow.
Yeah.
Want to wave them on and say, not that one?
No, I can't believe how busy it is. It's 7:30 in the morning and it's just heaving.
A little bit later. But why am I here? And the reason that I'm here today is to talk about you. I don't really care what industry you're in, what business you're in. It all starts with people. I'm now a performance coach. I don't coach athletes, I coach people in the world of business. And to me, they're a different form of athletes. This presentation is called Sport as a Business and Business as a Sport, because I honestly believe sport is a business and business is a sport. There's no difference between the two. The only difference is the activity that you take part in. One of the biggest questions I get asked is, how did you make that transference from sport to business? I say I didn't transfer, I just changed events. That's pretty much all I did. Because the mindset of a successful sports person actually is no different to the mindset of a successful business person. Sport is a business and business is a sport. So I want to share some of my experiences in the world of sport and how I use them and how you can use them in the world of business. And I'm going to start with a story. I've got two stories for you. And the first story took place in 1991. And in 1991, the World Championships, World Athletics Championships, were taking place in Tokyo. And I was in my usual two events, the 400 metres individual and the mile relay, or the 4x400 metres event. Now they said that I will make the final of the individual 400 and battle it out for a medal, which is pretty much what happened. They also said that the British relay team would make the final and finish in second place. Kind of sounds good when you first look at that, but as an athlete, second is not good. The only first thing about finishing second is you're the first loser. And we didn't want to be the losers. The favourite for that relay race, and it's the relay that I want to concentrate on, was the team from the United States. And rightly so. That team from the United States, or the United States team, had the fastest time in the world that year. They were the reigning world and Olympic champions. They held the world record. And if that wasn't enough, the USA had never been beaten for 57 years in a 4x400 metre final, either Olympic or World Championships. So I said, okay. So they came in. They sat down on the bed. John mutes the TV. He says, what's going on? I said, I don't know, John. These guys want to have a conversation with us.
I've got it here. It was exactly 2 minutes.
Was it?
Yeah, 2 minutes.
From beginning to end?
Yeah.
Do you want any dessert?
No, definitely not.
Thank you.
I thought you were going to finish that off for me.
No, I wasn't going to finish it all off.
Oh, thank you.
No.
I'm finished.
Yeah, it's just the disappointment on your face when I didn't eat it all.
Thank you.
I ate all mine.
Derek's just getting ready so that we can go on the night tour. So we did the Uptown tour earlier, which obviously you would have seen, and now we are going on the night tour, which goes all the way to Brooklyn, over the Brooklyn Bridge. Derek's not very happy about being taken out again because it is freezing out there. So if you come to New York in sort of like March time, just be warned, it's a lot colder than what they say it's going to be. It's so cold. It's about 1 degree, but it feels like -10. It's really windy, and the wind just goes through you, and it's just, yeah, it's Antarctic. It's freezing. I literally haven't bought enough clothes. I keep adding layers and layers and layers of tights and leggings and jeans and 3 pairs of socks, and yeah, it's bloody freezing. And then sitting on a bus is even worse. But I'm loving it. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm loving the tours. I'm full, though I cannot wait to get home and not have so much lovely food as an option, because yeah, you just keep wanting to eat and eat and eat. So we went to a place that... Sorry? Yes, yeah. Again. Oh. So we went to a place called the Olive Garden, which everyone seems to be talking about, and we were expecting it to be a lot more sort of fine dining than it was, but it literally was really sort of like a bog standard New York restaurant. But the food was lovely, but it was pasta, and I feel really sort of like because I don't eat pasta at home at all. I gave up carbs years ago, but I just couldn't resist, and we were so cold, I just needed to warm up. So I needed some proper warm food to sort of like fill us up. And yeah, I'm paying for it now though, because I just feel sort of like really, everything's tight. My jeans are tight, my t-shirt's tight, my socks are even tight. Everything feels really bloated and ugh. Getting back to the gym next week is going to be hard because I'm going to feel like a bit of an elephant. But what are you going to do? You're in New York. You got to eat. Just a quick one. This is Mxxx. It's the Retro Matte Liquid Lip Colour in Fashion Legacy. That's the one I'm wearing. And it's not showing up in the camera, but it's a really, really deep red. And it's a matte liquid lipstick. And it's really good. And I put baby lips. No, I don't. I put baby skin underneath so that it doesn't, you know, it's not drying. And it stays on all night. And it's brilliant. Oh. Every minute of the bus tour around Brooklyn and New York and Manhattan at night. Hated every minute of it, and it was freezing, so we've come into a bar next to our hotel to warm up, but this is what Derek's happy doing. I think this is where he would spend the whole of the trip. Sat with a glass of Hennessy, watching
You feel me?
the basketball. Yeah. Because you're happy now, aren't you?
That's warm. Look at the light on that building.
So it's our last day in New York, and the time is 10:05. We had to check out by 11, but we're all packed and ready, and we're going to go get some breakfast. But I didn't show you the room when we first got here. I don't think I did. So I'm going to just quickly show you around. So this is the bed area. then that's where I've been doing my makeup. TV, sofa, table, window, big window. What are you hiding for, babe? Ooh, with a really good view of Times Square and some of the TVs, and up there, oh my god, that is H&M. Can't see it at the moment. And then that side, it just goes on and on. I think there, that looks really cool. That's a hint that we need to get going. And then this is the bathroom. And shower. Amazing.
That wasn't a hint.
Oh.
This is the hint.
Okay. Little wardrobe area. Oh. Tea, coffee, wardrobe, and mirror. Okay. So my hat is from Vista. Sunglasses are Tiffany. Scarf, Primark. My coat, which I've worn every day, and it goes all the way down, is House of CB. And then just Primark leggings and Primark boots. Anyway, I love Primark. You get picked up at 7 this evening, so we've got a full day around New York. I want to go to Tiffany, and then we're going to do a boat tour, I think around Staten Island or something. I don't know what it is. I'm going to try and take a picture of my nails in Tiffany, because I did promise I would do that as soon as I have Tiffany nails for New York. Right, anyway, I'm boiling in here, so I'm going to get going and I will show you what we get up to today. Oh my god, it smells so good as well.
Well, stop filming it, eat it.
Oh my god.
See you later.
Hello, you're right. It's now Friday and I'm home. We landed this morning about 10 o'clock English time. I didn't get much sleep on the plane because I lent Derek my sort of like neck pillow because he's really sort of against it, and I said, look, just see how it is and see how you sleep, because he really needs to get some sleep. And yeah, he slept the whole way and I had a stiff neck and it was really uncomfortable, so he now realises that they're a good thing and they're not just like a crappy thing that people just take on holiday just for the sake of it. I love New York. I loved it. That's the second time I've been, but only the sort of like first time that I really got to experience everything. And yeah, I loved it. Every day was memorable and every day we did something that I'll always remember. But I picked up a few things, so I just wanted to quickly show you a couple of things. I didn't go mad because I was already over the limit with my weight on the way there, so I knew that I didn't want to be sort of shopping for much, but I picked up a couple of things. Yeah, popped into one of their Adidas stores. Yeah, it was on Times Square. Yeah, Times Square, and I found these. So they are a bit dusty because they've just come out of my suitcase, and I didn't bring the box home, but they are velvet sliders. Can you see how cool are they? Oh my god! So I've not seen velvet ones before. Just got the 3 stripes, and they were, oh, I don't know the price. I think they were about $40. I think they're about $40. Popped into Zara and I found these. So these are me shoes. Got lips all over them. Pointy heel. I can't wear them at the moment because I've got a toenail missing, really crappy and really gross. But I caught it on the bed and yeah, it ripped off, and it was the most painful thing I've ever done. I'm used to obviously having stupidly long nails. I'm used to ripping them all the time and catching them, and I've ripped quite a few off. It's not the nicest, but my toenails, my big toenail, that was the worst. So at the moment it's just growing back. So when I have my nails done every 3 weeks, I only get 9 done at the moment. So I've got 9 painted in this sort of like this Tiffany colour, but still got one missing. But it's like halfway grown up now, but so I can't wear these until it's completely grown up and I can get them painted again. But these were $49.90, so it's basically $50. And I thought they're not going to take up much room, which was really crap, because on the way back there was a really nice jacket that I wanted from Zara as well, really bright yellow, like a biker jacket, and I kept thinking, oh, I really want it, but I know that it's going to sort of like take me over the weight and it won't be worth paying the extra weight and everything. But typically on the way back, the guy didn't charge us anything, even though we had to pay on the way here. No, we had to pay on the way to America for the excess baggage, but on the way back we didn't. And I thought, as he was like checking it through, I thought, oh my god, I could have got that jacket. But anyway, I'm sure they'll do it over here, so I'll pick it up over here. But I didn't want to miss out on these shoes, and they weren't going to weigh much, so I love them. I'll show you one sometime, but wherever we go I pick up a fridge magnet. We already have a New York fridge magnet, but I wanted to pick up one from this trip. So this is the fridge magnet. Now I've learnt along the way, because I've been buying fridge magnets for years, but I used to get really fancy like ceramic ones. All that happens is they fall off the fridge or someone knocks them, they break. So now I get only ones that don't break. So that's why this is, well, it doesn't feel plastic, but it's some sort of metal, and it's got little diamantes on it, and it's got New York and the Statue of Liberty, the Empire State Building, the Chrysler, is it the Chrysler Building, and I don't know what the last one is. I think the last one is the World Trade Center 1, I think. Please don't quote me on that. But yeah, so that's my fridge magnet. And then one of the things that I wanted to do when we went to New York, especially of course, was go to the 911 memorial. Ever since I've thought about going to New York after it happened, I've always wanted to I wanted to go to Ground Zero, but I didn't get a chance to go and see it. So we went to the memorial, and I picked up. It was amazing, by the way. If you ever get a chance to see it, it was amazing, and it was very really emotional to walk around, and it just makes you think a lot about what happened there, and it definitely definitely gets you emotional. But I'm so glad that I went to see it, and I think if I'd have only done that for the whole of the trip, that would have made my trip, just going to see that. So we went to see it on the first day, which was the day that we landed, just because the weather was fine. It was really cold, but the weather was, it wasn't snowing, it wasn't raining or anything. And we went on the subway. It's really easy to get there, and I really enjoyed it. No, that's the wrong thing to say. I didn't really enjoy it. I found it very special to be there, and anyway, it was really special for me to be there. So we picked up a few bits because I wanted, again, just something to commemorate the fact that I've been there. So there's one of the leaflets that we got given. And then the lady very kindly gave us a couple of bands which have the 911. Oh God, let me turn it around. Am I turning it the right way? Nope. This way. The 911 memorial written on it. So I've got a couple of them, and I picked up a fridge magnet which will go obviously on my fridge. And that is, oh yeah, so it was, sorry, my bad, it was the World Trade Center. And then you can see at the bottom, so that's the memorial with the water, and of course I videoed it, and I'll put that in the vlog, but it was, yeah, it was really amazing to see. That's it, that's everything I bought. Yes, that's everything I bought. So what's been happening at home? At home, the bar's being worked on. The builder is still downstairs, but there's a big progression from sort of like the day that we left, which would have been Monday. So we last saw it sort of Sunday night because we left really early Monday morning, to sort of like getting home today. We've been sent pictures throughout the week, but yes, big progression, and it's starting to really come together now, and it looks really, really good. I'm really happy with it. So I will show you that. And my thoughts on New York. I'm trying to think of tips that I can think of. So we were going to get a city pass, so one of these New York city passes. We didn't in the end because we couldn't work out what we wanted to do. We didn't really think, I don't know, I just didn't think it was the best thing for us to do beforehand. And what we found was that when we got there, again, we still didn't really know what we wanted to do, but especially in Times Square, there's people everywhere stopping you for like the bus passes, hop on, hop off, you know, night tours, all that business. And we were going for breakfast on the Tuesday morning, and we asked a guy where he recommended we go for breakfast, and he said a sort of a diner around the corner called Junior's. And then he was also selling these tours for the bus, so we went and had breakfast. He waited for us afterwards, of course, because he's not going to let us go without buying a tour. And we bought a tour for him, and he was brilliant, and I was really glad that we did, because he gave us, so usually you just buy for one day, you just buy for like or one tour. So one tour could be like $50 each, and that might be just one tour for one day. But he gave us tickets for the whole time we were there, so from the Tuesday to the Thursday we could use any time of the day. He gave us, which meant that we could do any of the day tours, which was the uptown, downtown, Brooklyn, and then also a night tour, which again was across the bridge to Brooklyn as well. And then for $1 more he gave us a ferry trip as well that goes all the way around, and then goes to the Statue of Liberty, and you can see that up close, and the whole of that cost $49. Was it $49? $49 each, which was brilliant. So we're really glad that we got that. It was freezing. The buses aren't heated. They're pretty standard buses, but then there's no way there's heating. It says that they're heated, but they're not. Even inside downstairs there's no heating. So if you go and it's not like summer, make sure you wrap up, because it is freezing. And it snowed when we were on the bus with no sort of like cover. It rained, and the wind is just crazy. Really, 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 really cold. I was freezing, but of course you get to see the whole of New York, which made up for it. The night tour, Derek wasn't happy on, because it was ridiculously cold. It was really, really struggling, but the views and the lights and everything at night was gorgeous, so I sort of like didn't mind it. I sort of could put up with it. And again, the ferry ride was brilliant, because the ferry ride, when you're inside, it's really warm. You know, coats off, and you get so close to the Statue of Liberty. I really loved it, and we were lucky because it was on a really lovely day, and the sea was quite calm. I really enjoyed it. So I personally enjoyed all of the tours, and I personally would recommend buying a tour from one of the guides. I think all the companies are quite the same. It doesn't matter. We did city sightseeing, but I really don't think it matters. And you can literally hop on and hop off. And then if you need to go somewhere that you don't want to get a taxi or a walk or subway or whatever, you can just get on the bus and get to your stop and jump off, and then there'll be another bus in like 20 minutes to take you back. We also bought a couple of tickets for a comedy show. That was crap. That was a proper waste of money moment. And they promise you all these big comedians are going to be there, and nobody was. The comedians were crap. They were reading everything off their phone. They didn't look like they wanted to be there. It was crap. Really wasn't feeling that at all. You have to buy 2 drinks, so 2 drinks minimum. So you buy the tickets, which they say are cheap tickets, and then it's a 2 drink minimum. And I think the 2 drinks each came to about $80. Ridiculous. It was crap. It was one of those moments that you walked out and thought, yeah, we've been proper shafted there. That was a complete con. So I wouldn't recommend that at all. No way. What else can I think of? So we went to Tiffany's. So Tiffany have just opened a new cafe called the Blue Box Cafe. I don't know how many months it's been open, but only a couple of months. And I found out about it, looked on the website, but you can only book 30 days, no, 2 months? Is it 30 days in advance? I can't remember. Anyway, the booking system is terrible. And I couldn't have booked for another 2 months at least. But we just sort of like turned up, and all I wanted to do was take a photo. But Derek said, oh, we haven't got a reservation, but have you got any tables? And they managed to squeeze us in. So again, if you end up going to Tiffany's, or you want to go to Tiffany's, or you fancy the cafe and having breakfast at Tiffany's or afternoon tea, just ask. Because I think the British accent gets you somewhere as well. I think that helped. And we had a lovely table, and I had afternoon tea at Tiffany's, and it was really lovely. Expensive for what it was, but it was a really nice experience. And I took a couple of, I think I've got them around here. Yeah. It's really trampy, but I did ask, so I took a couple of their coasters. And I took loads of pictures of the food, and because I originally wanted to go there to get my nail, because I promised my nail girls that I would get my picture taken in Tiffany's on Fifth Avenue, and I did that, and then I sort of went even further and sat down, and you've got all the Tiffany china and salt and pepper pot and teapot. It's really good. It's a really good experience. If you get to do that, I just turn up and say if they've got a table free, because they can only say no, and you never know. I mean, we literally just sort of like walked straight in. It was brilliant. And I think that is it. So other than wrapping up, I couldn't get enough clothes on. It was so cold. I was just going out with layers and layers of clothes, just as many layers as I could fit. And I forgot gloves, which is annoying, but there's places everywhere to buy gloves, like all the little stalls on the side of the streets and everything. And food was really good. Portions crack me up. How you can have a portion that big, and like the breakfasts, but I proper gorged. I thought, I'm only there for 4 days. I'm gorging. I gorged on everything. Big pancakes and bacon and maple syrup and everything for breakfast, and big lunch, big dinner. Gorged on the lot, and then now it's back to normal, crappy, boring food, and back to the gym. But yeah, I don't care. It was for 4 days, and I loved it. I loved the whole. I just felt like Sex and the City the whole time, just walking up Fifth Avenue and walking through Broadway and seeing all there's just so much to see. I mean, it's as gorgeous as London. I love London. I think London's an amazing place. I love it for all the everything that you can see in London, and it's just so busy, and there's great places to eat and shop and just look round, and New York was exactly the same. So I absolutely loved it, and I cannot wait to go back. But just hopefully, even though it was nice to see snow in New York, because that's another thing that you think of with New York, you think of like snow and everything, but I would like to go back in the summer and sort of walk around Central Park, not go by on a bus, absolutely freezing. So yeah, so we'll see what the next adventure is, and that's really it for this week. I don't have much planned for tomorrow and Sunday, other than I did have some new sunglasses to show you, but I think my daughter's taken them because I can't seem to find them anywhere. And they were here when I left, and a few of my sunglasses had been moved, so obviously the kids have been here looking through sunglasses to see what they could take, but that's what you get for having daughters. And yeah, I'll show you the bar in a bit. God, I cannot get over how sparkly the floor is. This is what the bar looks like at the moment. So today's Friday, and we have a mural of Dubai at night.
Has the floor come on now? No.
No. And then mood lighting all along the top. Sparkling floor. And the bar is really, really shiny.
Oh, that's really
Glass.
big. Come on. Oh, is it?
Oh, and I love the fact that the floor shines on the bar.
Oh, actually, no.
It makes it really glittery.
No, I can't get rid of
So the mural goes all the way. This is from the other end. Fridges are going to go in there. Cupboards, a couple of sinks, or one sink and one sink for ice. And then another fridge is going to go there. And this is all shelving and cupboards. And more spot on the floor. And this will be the view looking out.
Something you don't even know yet.
What's that? And the blue lighting also changes colours. Can we change some lights to show the colours of the lights?
What, do you want me to turn the what's names off? Let me go around and do it.
What do you think, Bentley? Do you love it too? Do you love it too?
Ready?
Sure, we can have blue.
So, go. Red. Green. White.
Oh, I like the white. Oh, wow. I love the white. That white is really cool. Orange. Green again.
That's a different green, that's a different blue.
Okay.
That's a slightly different white, that's pink.
Bentley.
Yellow. So, Maria, tell me what you've done today. How has your day been?
I can't remember if I did yesterday's.
No, I'm not asking yesterday, I'm asking today.
So today is Saturday, and we've just got back from. We've just got back from having.
Dinner, we had a meal with some friends, Stuart and Jean.
And we've just got back from having dinner with some friends at a Thai restaurant in Milton Keynes called the Orchid Lounge. Really, really nice Thai restaurant, and we met up with a couple that we know that we met on a cruise a few years ago. It's snowing again outside, and it's settling. It's ridiculous. It's March and it's snowing. I just want to show you my outfit. So my shoes are just fab. My trousers are H&M. I think I've got them in the sale. Yeah, from their previous sale. And my jumper is Primark, of course, because I've always
No, it's Atmosphere.
which is Primark.
Atmosphere.
Anyway, so I've always got something Primark on. And my earrings are H&M, I think. And this is what the bar's looking like as of today. And I think this is it now until Monday. You can do this all the time for me. This is great. So these are the new chairs. I want to show you the chairs. So these are the chairs we're having. At the moment we've only got 3 because we ordered the wrong amount, but we'll order more. And they're actually quite comfortable. So we're going to have 5 along here and then 2 along here.
And what's this little special space here?
That is going to be my coffee station.
What's going to go in here?
All my coffee stuff is going to go in there. My syrups. It's going to be my coffee bit. So the alcohol goes on the rest of the bar, and then I have my little corner, that tiny little corner at the end. That's what I have.
This is the important bit. We've got a tap. We've got an ice well.
Yeah, I've shown all that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'll shut up then.
So we're nearly there.
I thought you didn't say ice well though, did you?
I didn't say ice well. I
No.
said 2 sinks.
No, ice well. One's a sink, one's an ice well.
So
Did you talk about the speakers, the Wharfdale speakers? No.
I'll tell you what I didn't talk about is the glitter grout. Can you see the grout glitters as well? Now that is awesome.
You can see the reflection of the blue lights.
You can. Right, that's it. So it's Saturday. I'm hopefully going to have this video up for tomorrow. I'm just about to put last week's vlog on. Finally, it took me about 3 days to stick it up, but anyway, we're learning. And that's it. It's now bed, a cup of tea and some chocolate. So I'll see you in the morning.